Hey, 4xe fans, just got back from a drive, an experimental drive actually, that resulted from a conversation in the Jeep 4xe fans Facebook group. And what a lot of people are concerned about is what is the lifespan of the battery in the Wrangler 4xe and the Grand Cherokee 4xe. And I'm sure similar conversations go on the other side of the pond about the Renegade 4xe and the Compass 4xe. So, and that's a conversation that goes on about all electrified vehicles, whether it's a full BEV or a plug-in hybrid like the Wrangler 4xe. Is how long is that battery going to last, and what's it going to cost to replace? Well, the real answer is we don't know. We really don't know how long the battery is going to last, and we really don't know what the price tag is going to be. And that has proven out in the like the Toyota Prius hybrid, the regular hybrid, the HEV, not the plug-in hybrid, in that some of those older models, the very first generation versions that have had to have their battery replaced, it's been like a few $1,000s because the one, it's domestically sourced here in the United States, which makes it way cheaper, and two, it's mass produced. And so as this production goes up, costs come down, and that's the whole model behind electrification. If you want to research, how that happens, that there's this carryover point or a crossover point where two comparable vehicles, one being electric, one being gas, when does that price tag get close to each other? And a lot of people say around 2030, and that's just speculation based on costs that are coming down and as manufacturers scale their battery production, all that kind of stuff. But back to the Jeep and what this experiment was. The conversation in the 4xe fans group was, what about battery degradation? What does that look like? And what's that going to do for our range and everything? So my particular Jeep, since the day I've had it, has estimated on the little guessometer on the dash, has said between 21 and 22 miles. That's pretty consistent. Every once in a while it goes up to 24. Sometimes it goes down to 20. When it's colder out, of course, that changes things. And so my experiment isn't really fair because it's 48 degrees right now outside, and my watch confirms, 50 degrees. But the thermometer on my dash says 48 degrees. So that's not the best temperature range to do a test like this, because I start seeing a range loss in like the mid 50 degrees Fahrenheit. And so, I don't know, it's not fair to it, but the results came out. I got 23.7 electric miles. Now, I wasn't driving ridiculously slow, but I wasn't driving ridiculously fast. I was between 30 and 45 miles an hour. I live in Southwest Ohio. It's relatively flat, but there are some like dips where there are creeks and rivers and stuff. So I intentionally tried to do some of those, but I did a lot of flat land driving, and I got 23.7 miles. Now, when I took off on that trip, the guessometer said I had 20 miles of range. And that's based on my previous driving over the past, few days or whatever. And it's taking into account that the temperature is lower. So it estimated 20 miles. I got 23.7. I just recently had a 2-inch lift kit put on. So that leveled the vehicle a little bit, which is going to cause a little bit of air buffeting up underneath a little bit more. I mean, it's nothing substantial. I do have a Sahara, but it does not have the side steps anymore, which makes it a little less efficient without those. And I have the hardtop on, which helps with efficiency a little bit. And I do have 33-inch KO2s. They are a set of Rubicon takeoffs. And so, and everything, the tires are at, what are the tires at? The tires are at 30, well, they're all showing 34 pounds each. I'd put them at 36 a couple weeks ago, but it's gotten colder. So, not the most ideal circumstances and not the most ideal setup as far as efficiency goes, but, I got 23.7 miles. And when I went in through JScan and checked my, battery state of health, it's showing like 83%. So that's not great. I don't know. It's odd to me that I'm getting the same amount of range after over 2 years. But my battery state of health is showing, at 83%. I assume it was something close to 100% when I got the vehicle. I don't know. I never went in and looked at it. The first time I looked at it was months ago, and it was at 87%. So I'm not sure if that state of health, if that's software driven, if that's actually somehow testing the battery, or if it's just a software saying this is what I think your battery state of health is at. I don't know the answer to that, but I find it odd that I'm getting relatively the same range, even at a lower temperature, even at the vehicle being less efficient than the day I got it, because I'm not rolling on the stock Sahara 20-inch rims and those road tires. These are the, more off-road tires. So it's odd to me that it's performing just as good as it did the day 2 years ago in similar experiments, but yet my battery state of health is showing what it is. So that's curious to me. I'm asking questions now as to how the vehicle comes up with that state of health percentage. So there's the results. If you have those questions, oh, by the way, I have 51,939 miles on my vehicle. So I'm halfway through my 100,000 mile 10-year warranty, even though I'm only 2.5 years into ownership. So I definitely think I'll hit the miles before I hit the 10 years. But we'll see how that goes. My driving has changed in recent months just because of changes in my personal life. I'm not putting near the miles on it that I used to. So maybe I can stave off those miles. We will see. So there's the results: 51,939 miles, 87% or 83%. I think it was 83 point something. I can't remember what it is. I'll put a screenshot of what it is down on the screen. And still getting 23 miles. That was a rather unrealistic test, but I'd say I'm getting every bit of 21 miles that I've always gotten. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Take care.